In this lesson, we're going to start using location services by getting our current location. And we're going to do it in a couple of ways, and we're going to be able to monitor it continuously. Our form has two buttons, one to start getting the location and one to stop, and then just a text area for the location. We need a permission in our manifest to access fine and coarse locations. And now we'll take a look at the activity. The activity needs to implement the iLocation listener interface. And that's the thing that's going to be called as the location changes. And we're using our text view for text location as a member. We also have a location manager member. The location manager, we use a get system service, just calling in the location service. And we request location updates. We're requesting that using a GPS provider. And I'll just show you the parameters. The second parameter is the minimum time between GPS updates. The third parameter is the minimum distance between GPS updates. And finally, there's the listener interface. That's the iLocation listener interface. So what we're attempting to do is a GPS takes a lot of battery power, so we don't really want to run it continuously. So we're saying just check it at an absolute maximum rate of 5 seconds. We don't want to have it checked every second or every 100 milliseconds. And also, don't notify us of anything that's anywhere less than a 500-foot change. And these are parameters that you can change so that they're applicable to your application. So that will start the loop of this GPS manager. The next thing we want to do is we want to get our initial location, which is actually, according to Location Manager, the last known location. And we'll use that same GPS provider. And we'll display that location. There's a little bit of a quirk here. The last known location requires that a location manager have been running in order to get the last known location. It doesn't really start up the location manager to get the location immediately at that time. It's only reporting the last known one. So the location manager has had to have started up already, or else this was going to return a null. Our stop button, we just tell the location manager to remove updates. And that's our listener that we're removing from those updates. The display location just takes location's latitude and longitude, and we'll just string them. One thing to be careful of, for instance, on this get last known location, if the location manager hasn't received one, the location object is null. So there's going to be a null in there, so this code is not particularly safe. It can possibly throw a null object error. Our location listener implementation is fairly simple. Just one method that we're concerned with, the onLocation changed, and it passes us in a location object. This one is probably safe, but safe computing would indicate that you would want to check it for nulls anyway. So I'm going to run this. And I'll start getting locations. And I'm not moving, so those aren't going to change a great deal. I'm also not at latitude 37 and longitude minus 122, by the way. This is the emulator, and there's a little bit of a trick to getting locations into it. And that's what we're going to take a look at in our next lesson. For now, That's how to use the location service to get locations.